Students, today we are going to start another subject, CCSP. CCSP. In CCSP, we are taking third chapter, debenture. Debenture. This is third chapter, short chapter. That's why I have started this chapter first. Debenture. Now, what is debenture? We all know debenture is a borrowed capital. Debenture is a borrowed capital. And practically, it is a borrowed capital, or we can say a smaller part of borrowed capital is called debenture. A smaller part. For example, this is practically questions. Suppose company needs 1 lakh rupees. Company needs finance in order to, or for expansion of business, for modification of their business, for starting new project. They need finance, they need funds. So in order to raise funds, they are issuing shares or debentures or taking loan from financial institution. So right now we are talking about debenture. So suppose company needs 1 lakh rupees and they are borrowing this amount from different individuals or group of individuals or from any institution. They are borrowing money, 1 lakh rupees. But one individual, one person cannot pay such a huge amount. That's why they are dividing this 1 lakh rupees into different parts. Suppose they are dividing this 1 lakh rupees in different parts. One part is of 100 rupees. So it means total number of debenture becomes 1000. 1000 parts means 1000 debenture into 100. It means 1 lakh rupees. 1000 into 100, 1 lakh rupees. So, one debenture is of 100 rupees. This is a smaller part of borrowed capital. Company is going to borrow 1 lakh rupees from different individuals, and the smaller part of 1 lakh is 100. That 100 is called debenture. So, this is related with practical question. But what about theory? A debenture is a borrowed capital or a smaller part of borrowed capital. Now, proper definition is debenture is an acknowledgement of debt. Debenture is an acknowledgement of debt. Now, what is acknowledgement and what is debt? Debt means borrowed money, or in simple language you can say loan, udhar. Whatever money invested by individuals, invested by or given by individuals or group of individuals or any other institution. Here institution means any company. One company can purchase debenture of another company. So whenever any individual or group of individuals or any other institution has given amount in the form of loan to company, then it becomes debt for the company. So debenture is also a debt, also a liability, third party liability, borrowed capital. So debt means borrowed money. Now what is acknowledgement? Acknowledgement means receipt, RECEIPT. When we are giving loan to company or when we are investing money into the company in the form of debenture, so after giving amount to company is giving a receipt to us, in that receipt whatever amount we had given, that is mentioned. At what rate of interest company has taken the amount, that is mentioned. After which period, after how many years they are going to return the amount, that is mentioned. Means maturity date is mentioned, rate of interest is mentioned, amount given by the investor, that is mentioned, name of the investor is mentioned. So that is called receipt. So whenever we are giving loan in the form of debenture to company, in return company is giving a receipt. That receipt is called acknowledgement. So debenture is an acknowledgement of debt. issued by company under its common seal, under its common seal. Now common seal issued by company means who is issuing debenture? Company. So issued by company, and that debenture certificate contains common seal. It is compulsory. Why? Because company is an artificial person. Any document, not only debenture, any document remains invalid till then it does not contain common seal. Common seal means, in simple language, stamp. So debenture is an acknowledgement of debt issued by company under its common seal. This is the proper definition. Debenture is an acknowledgement of that debt, that amount which is given by investors in the form of loan to the company. In return, company is giving receipt, means acknowledgement, and such acknowledgement is issued by a company which contains stamp, common seal of the company. Then only that debenture, that document becomes valid. So one line definition: debenture is an acknowledgement of debt issued by company under its common seal. Next, debenture is a borrowed capital. We all know debenture is a borrowed capital. Borrowed capital. That's why it is a liability for the company. It is a liability for the company. Liability for the company. Now, what is the characteristics of debenture? On debenture, company has to pay fixed rate of interest after regular interval. When company is issuing debenture means company is borrowing money from individuals or group of individuals or from different institutions or from other companies. So it is a borrowed capital. On that borrowed amount, company has to pay a fixed rate of interest after regular interval. A regular interval may be monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly. It depends on terms and condition between the company and the investors. The company has to pay fixed rate of interest after regular interval. Whether company enjoys profit or incurring loss, but company has to pay fixed rate of interest to debenture holder. Means the person who purchased debenture, another sentence or another point regarding debenture: the person who purchased debenture is called debenture holder. The person who purchased debenture is called debenture holder. Now, here company has issued debenture, but for a specified time period. In other words, company has taken borrowed money from different investors for a specified time period. After completion of that specified time period, is also known as maturity date. So, at maturity, for example, company has taken or issued debenture for 10 years. Issued debenture for 10 years means company has taken or borrowed money from investors for 10 years. So after completion of 10 years, means at maturity, company needs to redeem the debenture. Debenture, or we can say debenture amount. So at maturity means after completion of a specified time period, company has to return the amount. Which amount? Which is given by the investors, given by the debenture holder. They need to return the amount. Redeem means here return, repay. So company has to repay the debenture amount which they had taken 10 years back. Here in our example, I have taken 10 years. So at maturity, company needs to redeem the debenture amount, means return the debenture amount. Now we all know company has issued debenture. Whenever company is issuing debenture to investors, investors become debenture holder. Debenture holder has given loan to company. So what is the relation between company and debenture? Company becomes debtor and debenture holder becomes creditor. Debtor is the person or institution from whom we have to receive money. So from debenture holder's point of view, debenture holder have to take back their money after the completion of maturity period. So they have to receive money from company. That's why company is a debtor for debenture holder. And for company, debenture holders are creditor. Creditor is the person or institution to whom we have to repay the amount which we have taken. So for company, debenture holders are creditor. So next important point regarding debenture. Debenture holders are creditor. Debenture holders are creditor for the company. Creditor for the company. So these are the important points regarding debenture. Debenture is a smaller part of borrowed capital, or in simple language we can say it is a borrowed capital or it is a liability for the company. Debenture is an acknowledgement of debt issued by the company. Issued by the company means acknowledgement issued by the company. Under its common seal, on debenture a fixed rate of interest is paid by the company after regular interval. Regular interval means after monthly basis or quarterly basis or on half yearly basis or yearly basis they have to pay interest. Whether company enjoys profit or incurring losses, company has to pay. It is compulsory for company to pay interest on debenture because it is a borrowed capital. And the person or the investors or group of investors or institution, those who purchase debentures, they are called debenture holders. And what is the status of company and debenture holders? Debtor creditor. They are establishing debtor creditors relationship. They are establishing which type of relationship is established? Debtor creditor relationship is established between company and the debenture holders. For company, debenture holders are creditor, and for debenture holders, company is debtor. So debenture holders are creditor for the company. And next last point, at maturity company has to return the debenture amount to the debenture holder. This is the proper meaning or definition of debenture. Now different types of debentures. Second topic is different types of debentures. Types of debenture. Now there are different types of debenture: redeemable, irredeemable, convertible, non-convertible, registered debenture, bearer debenture. But according to your textbook, different types of debentures are mortgage debenture, second fully convertible debenture, fully convertible debenture, third partly convertible debenture, and fourth non-convertible debenture, non-convertible debenture. Mortgage debenture is also known as secured debenture. Secured debenture. Fully convertible debenture, in short we can write FCD, fully convertible debenture. Partly convertible debenture, PCD, in capital letter PCD. And non-convertible debenture, NCD. These are the different types of debentures. Mortgage debenture means secured debentures. then fully convertible debentures, then partly convertible debentures, and last one is non-convertible debentures. Means according to your textbook, there are 4 types of debentures: mortgage debenture, fully convertible debenture, partly convertible debenture, and last one is non-convertible debenture. Now first, mortgage debenture. What is mortgage debenture? Whenever new company establish itself in the market, it becomes very difficult for such company to raise funds from investors, because their reputation value is almost nil, almost zero, or they have not built up the reputation value in the market because they are new company. That's why it becomes very difficult for them to raise funds by issuing debentures from different investors. That's why, or not only new company, sometimes existing companies which are going in loss, for such companies also it becomes difficult to raise funds, or the companies which are earning low profit, for such companies also it becomes difficult to raise funds. So in that matter, company can issue debenture, but before issuing debenture they are keeping their property or assets in the bank, in any scheduled bank, as a security. Means at the before issuing debenture, such companies needs to keep their property or assets. Assets means documents of property or documents of assets in the scheduled bank as a security. And technically we can say keeping their property means mortgage. So they needs to mortgage their assets, either all assets or sometimes few assets, into the bank as security before issuing debenture. Then investors feel secure in investing the amount in such companies. That such type of debenture is called mortgage debenture. Means whenever, technically definition is, whenever charge is created on assets. Here charge is created on assets means before issuing debenture or before borrowing money from different investors in the form of debenture, company needs to mortgage their property, whole property or a part of property. Means property here means assets, with the bank as a security. That is called charge is created on assets. So whenever charge is created on assets at the time of issuing debenture, such issued debenture is called mortgage debenture. Such issued debenture is called mortgage debenture or secured debenture Now why investors feel secured in case of mortgage debenture? If anyhow company fails to repay their amount, in that case bank becomes debenture holder, and they have right to sell the assets of the company, and after realizing the money they can return the amount to different debenture holder. In that case bank has right to liquidate, means they can start the procedure of liquidation. Procedure of liquidation here means procedure of liquidation. Procedure of liquidation means bank has right to sell all the assets of the company, and then after realizing the money, after receiving all money, then they can return the amount to different debenture holders. That's why debenture holders feel secure. That's why such type of debenture is called secured debenture or mortgage debenture. So this is the definition of mortgage debenture. Whenever charge is created on assets at the time of issuing debenture, such issued debenture is called mortgage debenture or secured debenture. Why it is called secured debenture? Once again, if any circumstances company fails to return the debenture amount to investors, in that case bank has right to start to execute liquidation procedure, means they have right to sell the assets of the company and then pay the amount to different debenture holders. That's why debenture holder feels secured by purchasing such debenture. That's why it is called secured debenture. Now charge is created. Charge is created in two ways. Charge is created in two ways, or we can say charge is of two types. One is fixed charge, and second one is floating charge. Fixed charge and second one is floating charge, means whenever at the time of issuing debenture company needs to keep the documents of their assets with the bank, that is called mortgage debenture. But if they are keeping or mortgage, if they are mortgaging a part of total asset, means few fixed assets, they are keeping the property documents of few fixed assets with the bank, then such charge is called fixed charge. And when they needs to keep the documents of all assets, in that case such charge is called floating charge. So it depends on the amount of debenture, how much debenture they are issuing. According to that they need to keep the papers or documents of their assets. If they need to keep the documents of all assets, then it is called floating charge. And if they needs to keep a part of total assets, keep means mortgage a part of total assets with the bank, then it is called fixed charge. So this is the definition of mortgage debenture. Whenever charge is created on assets at the time of issue of debenture, such issued debenture is called mortgage debenture. Mortgage debenture is also known as a secured debenture, and charge is created in two ways. First, fixed charge, second, floating charge. Means on the basis of fixed charge or on the basis of floating charge, company may issue debenture. Such debenture is called mortgage debenture or secured debenture. Second point is fully convertible debenture. Fully convertible debenture. Fully convertible debenture means when whole debentures can be converted into equity shares, then such debenture is called fully convertible debenture. Fully convertible debenture. When whole debenture, suppose company has issued 5,000 debentures and each debenture cost 100. So it means company has borrowed 50,000 rupees from different investors. Now fully convertible debentures. If it is fully convertible debenture, then whole debenture means all 5,000 debentures, or we can say in amount 50,000 rupees, can be converted into equity shares. Then such debenture is called fully convertible debenture. Now in case of fully convertible debenture, company is not required to return the 50,000 rupees. According to our example, is not required to return or redeem the 50,000 rupees. Whole 50,000 rupees, or we can say number of debentures are 5,000. So company is not required to return 5,000 debenture to debenture holders. Instead of that, they can convert these debentures or this amount into equity shares. It means here debenture holders will not get their amount back. Their amount will be converted into equity share. Means they are converted from debenture holders to shareholders, debenture holders to shareholders. Once shareholder, once debenture amount is converted into equity share, debenture holder becomes shareholder. Means earlier they were getting fixed rate of interest, but after conversion they will get dividend. They will get dividend. And we all know that interest is fixed but dividend is not fixed. So this is called fully convertible debenture. When whole debenture, all debentures can be converted into equity shares, such debentures are called fully convertible debentures. In case of fully convertible debentures, debentures amount will not redeem to the debenture holder. Instead of that, in place of that, their debenture or debenture amount is converted into equity share. Means debenture holder becomes shareholder. Next, partly convertible debenture. Third one. Third is partly convertible debenture. Now, what is partly convertible debenture? When a part of debenture, when a part of debenture, part of whole debenture, when a part of whole debenture can be converted into equity share, equity shares, then such debentures are called partly convertible debenture. For example, out of issued debentures by the company, I had purchased 500 debentures, and just assume that each debenture cost is 100. It means I had given 500 into 100 means 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees to company. So here this is, suppose this is partly convertible debenture, means a part of 500, not whole 500, a part of 500, for example say 300 debentures. Company is going to convert 300 debentures into equity share. So I had purchased 500 debentures, but company is converting 300 debentures into equity share. Then what about remaining 200 debentures? So here two options are there with the company. For a part they will redeem the amount for this debenture, because maturity period comes, that's why they need to return the amount. But this is partly convertible debenture, so a part of debenture amount will be returned to me. Means a part of debenture will be returned by the company to the debenture holder. This is called redemption of debenture. Redemption of debenture. These are the two options. For a part they are redeeming the debenture amount, and for remaining part, which is going to be converted into equity share, for remaining part means 300 shares according to our example, these debentures are converted into equity share. Means for this part, debenture holder becomes a shareholder. Means here I am going to become shareholder for 300 debentures. These 300 debentures amount means 300 into 100, 30,000 rupees is converted into equity share. So for this part I will become shareholder of that company. So here debenture holder, for remaining part, debenture holder becomes shareholder. So partly convertible debenture means when a part of whole debenture can be converted into equity share, such debentures or such issued debentures are called partly convertible debentures. Here company has two options. One, they have to return the amount, they have to redeem the amount, debenture amount, and second, for remaining part they can convert those debentures into equity shares. Two options are there with the company in case of partly convertible debenture. And last one is fourth, non-convertible debenture. Non-convertible debenture. non-convertible debentures. Non-convertible debentures means whatever debenture issued by the company, such issued debentures cannot be converted into equity shares. Means when debentures cannot be converted into equity shares, such debentures are called non-convertible debenture. Whenever issued debentures cannot be converted into equity shares, then such issued debentures are called non-convertible debenture. It means in case of non-convertible debentures, company will redeem the debenture. Redeem means return the amount. Redeem the debenture when at maturity. At maturity means after completion of a specified time period, company has only one option to return the debenture amount, to return the borrowed amount which they have taken from different debenture holders. So redeem the debenture. That is called redeem the debenture at maturity. So in this case, company has to redeem the debenture amount after completion of a specified time period. So these are the different types of debentures. Mortgage debenture, fully convertible debenture, partly convertible debenture, and last one is non-convertible debenture. When charge is created on assets at the time of issue of debenture, means before borrowing money, company needs to mortgage their property, either whole property or a part of the total assets with the bank before issuing debenture. In that case, such issued debenture is called mortgage debenture or secured debenture. Fully convertible debenture, when whole debentures or all debentures can be converted into equity shares, then such issued debenture is called fully convertible debenture. Here debenture holders will not get their amount back. Their total amount will be converted into equity shares. It means they become shareholders after conversion. Partly convertible debenture, when a part of total debenture can be converted into equity shares, then such issued debenture or such conversion of debentures into share is called convertible debentures. In that case, company has two options. For a part, they need to return the amount or redeem the debenture, and for remaining part, they are converting those debenture into equity shares. Non-convertible debentures, when debentures cannot be converted into equity shares, here company has only one option to return the amount to debenture holders. Means redemption of debenture take place in case of non-convertible debentures. So two parts we have completed, two topics we have completed: meaning of debenture and different types of debenture. Third topic, rights of debenture holders. Rights of debenture holders. Debenture holders. Now what are the different rights of debenture holders? First, they have right to receive fixed rate of interest. Fixed rate of interest after regular interval. Debenture holders, because they had given or they have invested money into the company in the form of debenture, means they have given loan to the company. In other way we can say they have given loan to the company. So in return they want interest. For this purpose they had invested money into the company. So they have right to receive fixed rate of interest after regular interval, whether company enjoys profit or incurring losses. Debenture holder has no matter with that. So they have right to receive fixed rate of interest after regular interval. Second, they have right to get their money back. To get their money back at maturity. At maturity. They have right to get their money back, whatever amount they had invested into the company in the form of debenture after the completion of a specified time period, means at maturity, they have right to get their money back. Third point, they have right to verify and study the documents, but only at registered office. Documents at registered office of the company. Office of the company. Because debenture holders have invested the amount into the company, so they want that their money must be protected by the company, must be utilized by the company in a proper way, so that they will get proper return in the form of interest. For this purpose, they have right to verify, to check and study all the documents. Here documents means article of association, memorandum of association, or books of accounts, trading account, profit and loss account, auditor's report. So they have right to verify, to check and study the documents, but only at registered office of the company. Wherever registered office is there, only at that place they can verify or study the documents. Fourth, they have right to obtain information about the company, but by paying requisite fees. By paying requisite fees. They have right to obtain information about the company. Here means information about the affairs, about the activities of the company. They have right to get all information, but they can obtain such information after paying requisite fees. Requisite fees means whatever fees decided by the government at that time. So after paying requisite fees, they can obtain any kind of information related with the activities of the company. Fifth, they have right to appoint debenture trustee. They have right to appoint a debenture trustee in order to protect their economic interest. Here economic interest means whatever amount they have given to the company in the form of debenture after a specified time period, after completion of a specified time period, or at maturity period, they must get their invested amount. Second, during that period they must get regular interest. Whatever rate of interest is decided, they must get regular interest. That is their return, that is their income. That's why in order to protect their economic interest, they are appointing debenture trustee. Means debenture holders have right to appoint debenture trustee. Debenture trustees are debenture holders. For example, there is a company, and in that company various investors have invested amount in the form of debenture. Means these are different debenture holders, and these debenture holders are spread at distant places. They are unknown to each other, but they want that whatever amount they had given to the company, that fund, that money, that invested amount must be utilized in a best possible manner, so that they will get fair returns, means regular returns, means interest, and after completion of a specified time period they will get their money back. So fund must be utilized in the best possible manner. For this purpose, what they are doing, they are conducting a meeting of debenture holders, and among all those debenture holders, they are electing few debenture holders as their representatives. Among all the debenture holders, they are electing few debenture holders as their representatives. Such representatives are called debenture trustee. It means the responsibility or duty of debenture trustee is to protect the economic interest of all debenture holders. The debenture holders have right to appoint debenture trustee, and reason is to protect the economic interest of all debenture holders. Sixth, they have right to claim. They have right to claim or demand for liquidation of the company. Liquidation of the company. If company is misutilizing the funds given by them, if they are not getting regular rate of interest, if company will not redeem their amount at maturity, in that case debenture holders has right to demand for demanding liquidation of the company. Liquidation of the company means closure of the company, and after closure of the company, assets will be sold out or disposed of, and after selling all the assets, their money will be returned by the company. This is called liquidation procedure. So in that case, debenture holders has to submit the documents to the court. Then court will appoint one liquidator, and that liquidator will dispose all the assets of the company, and after realizing money, that money will be returned to the debenture holders. So debenture holders have right to claim or to demand for liquidation of the company. Seventh, debenture holders have right to initiate or to take action. In simple language, to take action. To take action means legal proceedings. To take action or initiate legal proceedings. When debenture holders have right to take legal action or legal proceedings, when company will violate the provisions or conditions or terms and conditions of debenture trust deed. To take action or legal proceedings, if company violates terms and condition of debenture trust deed. Now what is debenture trust deed? We have already done one point, that debenture holders have right to appoint debenture trustee. When debenture trustees are appointed, at that time contract was prepared between the company and debenture holders or debenture trustee. Contract here means agreement. Then agreement was made between the company and the debenture trustees. Whatever document, whatever contract, whatever agreement is prepared at the time of appointing debenture trustee, that contract, that agreement is called debenture trust deed. Deed here means agreement. So if company is not going or not following terms and condition according to debenture trust deed, or in other words we can say if company is violating the provisions, the terms and conditions which are mentioned in the debenture trust deed, then they have right, means debenture holders have right to take legal action or to initiate legal proceedings against the company. One more point, 7 points we have completed. 8th point, last point. At maturity, at the time of liquidation of the company, at the time of liquidation of the company, at the time of liquidation of the company means at the time of closure of the company, when company shut down, then debenture holders have first right. Debenture holders have first right to get their money back. Means at the time of liquidation, if liquidation occurs in any company, assets of the company will be sold out or disposed of, and after selling the assets, money will be given back to different investors. Somebody has purchased shares, equity shares, somebody has purchased preference shares, somebody has purchased debenture. So after selling all the assets by the company has to return, first of all company has to return the amount to debenture holder, means debenture holder has the first right to get their money back in case of liquidation of the company before equity shareholders and preference shareholders. That's why at the once again at the time of liquidation of the company, debenture holders have the first right to get their money back at, right? Total there are 8 points. Right to receive fixed rate of interest, right to get their money back at maturity, then right to verify and study the documents but only at the registered office of the company, right to obtain information about the affairs of the company, activities of the company but by paying requisite fees, right to appoint debenture trustee in order to protect their economic interest, then right to claim or demand for liquidation of the company. And when they can demand for liquidation of the company, once again whenever company is not utilizing the funds given by them in a proper way, or they are not giving them fair returns or regular returns of interest to them, or if company is not able to give their money back at maturity. In all this condition, company can demand, company can claim for liquidation of the company. Next, to take action or to initiate legal proceedings if company is violating terms and condition of debenture trust deed. Trust deed means here after appointing debenture trustees, whatever agreement is made between the company and the debenture trustee, that is called debenture trust deed. So if company is not following all those terms and condition, in that case debenture holders have right to take action, legal action or initiate legal proceedings against the company. And then at the time of liquidation, last point, at the time of liquidation of the company, debenture holders have the first right to get their money back. The total 3 topics we have completed.